Hello! Hello! Sorry, I'm just on my phone looking at tweets, notifications on Twitter. Alexis Fox, you're so beautiful. Kendra Lust, Brandy Love, Mercedes Carrera, Annabelle Peaks. Oh, the Twitter universe. Anyway, this is your friend, Reed, from small town Lac La Biche, in the province of Alberta, in the country of Canada, who apparently now is a security threat to the United States over steel tariffs. Something. Thanks, Donald Trump. Thanks. Anyway, sorry, I picked the wrong time to do this because I'm a bad person. Anyway, hello, welcome to this random video that's mostly going to be about DC comics, movies, Marvel, superhero movies, comics, a DC Marvel movie video. Yeah. I can't even talk. So, I am a proud DC Comics supporter. I love DC Comics. I love the characters. I love their movies. Batman's one of my favorite superheroes of all time. You know, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart because I've been such a strong defender of what I thought was going to be the DC cinematic universe and all the good and all the possibilities. But as it's currently June 1st, 2018, as I record this video, who knows when I'll post it, but that's when I'm recording this on a random Friday day off, because I usually don't have Fridays off, especially in the summer. But I just worked 8 days in a row because my boss went on vacation, so I was the boss for about a week, and I worked 8 days in a row, some pretty long days, and the last couple days, I mean, today's Friday, so I have off, and yesterday's Thursday, and I enjoyed a pretty relaxing day of doing nothing, of recuperating, lots of sneaky naps, is what I'm calling them, sneaky naps, and just, you know, went on YouTube for the first time in a little while. I know, I'm recording a YouTube video, and I have a YouTube channel that is very, you know, on the amateur end, because that's cool. But I caught up on some YouTube stuff. I hadn't watched Screen Junkies in a long time. I hadn't watched Movie Fights in almost a year and a half, really, sporadically. But I mean, I haven't watched it since the big thing with Andy Signor happened and the whole sexual harassment thing, which I'm sure my friend Mark, who's somewhere in that island off Vancouver that I can't say, Nanaimo? See, I can't fucking say it. I couldn't say Penelope for like 10 years. Penelope Cruz, right? I couldn't say Penelope. And I can't fucking say the name of that island. Nanaimo? Anyway, hello, Mark. This is, you know, because, you know, we're on Twitter and we're on Facebook. We text, but we never talk anymore, you know, because you're too busy and whatever. But anyway, hello, Mark. Thanks for watching and when you watch this video. See, I can't fucking say it. Anyway. And also hello to my friend, maybe Austin, who might watch this video, and my friend Catlin, who's become a big snob in outside of Edmonton, you know, probably in depression about the Colorado Avalanche. But hey, your team made the playoffs, so be happy a lot. Anyway, DC, Marvel, listen, fuck. I grew up reading comics. You know, comics helped shape me, superhero comics. Reading them in Edmonton, Alberta, and all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure I did a YouTube video about, you know, when I first got into comics and stuff. I might have done a couple in year 1. I think this is year 4 of my YouTube channel. Yeah. I think it's year 4. I have to double check. One day this summer, I'm going to organize my YouTube channel finally. Anyway, see? No plan. Never a plan. And I talk with my hands a lot. Not like Ricky Bobby, who was like, oh, I'm so happy I won the award. But I'm very animated. And I say a lot. I do. I'm sorry. As I do. And probably say too much. Anyway, going off. Anyway, so the thing that's triggered this is the report the last day, I guess, that Matt Reeves, who, the more I think about it, the more I'm worried about this guy making a Batman solo superhero movie, The Batman, because, I mean, the third War for Planet of the Apes was a good movie. Wasn't great. The internet says that movie's the best Planet of the Apes movie of all time, and some people even said it should have been nominated for an Oscar. And one of the idiots on Collider Movies, that the guy I think the guy I like from the Schmoes, because, Christian is the idiot, and then there's Mark, who's the Van Halen fan, seems like a really, really good guy and wanting to be a comedian. I think he's the one who said, maybe not, but one of those people, because they're all the same, they all have the same opinion. There's 20 of them on Collider, and they all have their own, I love this too, I love this too, I love this. Why do we need all of you? Why can't just 5 of you do it? Anyway, someone over there also said they thought War for Planet of the Apes should have won Best Visual Effects. And I was like, what? That's really stupid. It was nominated, cool, but it shouldn't have won. Anyway, where am I going with this? That's the question. So there's rumors, speculation, that for Matt Reeves' The Batman movie, which I'm worried about because I don't have a lot of faith in him. I don't. I'm sorry. He might be an internet darling, but hey, look how that worked out for the fucking Last Jedi with Rian Johnson, who did Looper, and now has single-handedly torn apart the Star Wars fandom universe with a movie with so many flaws. The more that I think about it, and the more, fuck, man, he really ruined Star Wars in a lot of ways. And the Disney propaganda machine, Kathleen Kennedy, and this whole PC culture. See, I'm going off on a tangent. Stay focused. Anyway, focus. DC, Marvel. Ugh. They want to make the Penguin possibly the villain in the Batman movie. What's the point of Deathstroke? What's the point of hiring that actor, another one of those names I can't pronounce. Joe Montana? Anyway, he was one of the Magic Mike guys. And he looks cool. He looked great as Slade Wilson. And the fact that they cut the Deathstroke scene from Justice League where Deathstroke the Terminator gets Lex Luthor out of prison, another brilliant bonehead decision by the executives of Time Warner, the idiots that are single-handedly ruining the DC cinematic universe. The train is on the track. I just as a proud guy who in 2013, when The Man of Steel came out, I was so ready and happy. And yeah, you watch The Man of Steel 5 years later. Okay, and you see why more people had problems with it now. I get it. More of a science fiction, alien first contact story origin, more than a Superman movie. Okay, fair. But I still loved it. It's still the best Superman movie we've ever gotten on the big screen, especially from the action standpoint. And Henry Cavill, even though, I think he's still Superman. I think he's still going to be the best Superman of our time. And maybe the best Clark Kent, which is hard to do, because that was done on Smallville for 10 years. Hard to argue against 10 years of material. But just made me mad because what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, Time Warner? What are you doing, DC folks? Man of Steel was supposed to be, Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds in 2011 was supposed to be the start of the cinematic universe. And Green Lantern, the director's cut, is okay. And yeah, it has some issues. And I wouldn't have cast Ryan Reynolds. I think I've said it maybe on YouTube, but I've said it on Twitter, and Facebook for years. Bradley Cooper is who should have been Hal Jordan, in my opinion. If I could have cast someone, not that idiot from Firefly and Serenity that everyone likes, the guy that was Castle. Not him. I'm sorry, I know he's a big nerd and a big superhero guy, but give me a break. Bradley Cooper should have been Hal Jordan, but now Bradley Cooper is being wasted doing the voice talents of Rocket Raccoon for Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff, which is fine. Marvel's smart. And now Marvel might be taking away the possibility that Jake Gyllenhaal, who might be Matt Reeves' number one selection to play Batman Bruce Wayne in The Batman, because he wants to do a younger version. But who knows? This keeps changing every couple months. Remember when Ben Affleck was just going to direct the Batman movie? Remember, he was going to write and direct it, and then he got stressed, and his life fell apart, and he made all these movies in a row, like 5 movies in a row, and he got really tired. And then he's like, I won't direct it, but I wrote it. And then him and Jeff Johns wrote a script for the Batman, or a Batman solo movie that apparently was awesome, but they didn't want to do it. And now Ben Affleck is just like, well, okay, well, I'll still be Batman if you want me to be Batman. And then Matt Reeves is like, I want you to be Batman. And then they had a Twitter thing, and Ben Affleck was like, welcome to the Batcave, Matt Reeves. And then a couple months later, Matt Reeves is like, I want to use a younger Batman and do a detective story and yada yada yada. See, DC doesn't know what it's doing, and it hurts me. It hurts me as a DC guy, because I'm a DC guy. DC Comics over Marvel Comics every day of the week. I don't know what's going on in comics now. Fuck. Who knows? No one knows, really. Why is comics dying? Because every 5 years they reboot all the universes, and who knows what's going on. But anyway, forever DC was better than Marvel. And DC in movies, not counting the cinematic universe, but DC movies are the quality of superhero movies that most of us regard as the best superhero comic book movies of all time. Even the ones that aren't associated with superheroes, like Road to Perdition or V for Vendetta. Those kind of movies from graphic novels. DC, brand, quality. And I'm not saying Marvel hasn't done an expert job. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is amazing. It's a juggernaut of intelligence and craftsmanship that, if you told me as a kid this would be happening in my lifetime, I would have never believed you. We're getting about 3 Marvel Cinematic movies a year now. Plus, we should be getting at least 1 or 2 DC movies a year, depending on what the F they're doing. And X-Men, the X-Men 20th Century Fox universe, wants to do 1 or 2 a year. And then the Sony with Marvel Spider-Man thing wants to pump out a Spider-Man movie. Like, that's a lot of superhero movies every year in my lifetime. And when I was a kid, it was like Batman came out in 1989. Woo! Right? Saw Batman opening day, June 23rd, 1989, with 5 friends from like West Lawn Junior High, I think. And then Batman Returns in 1992, then Batman Forever in 1995. And that was it. It was like once every 3 years we got one superhero movie, and it was a Batman movie, and most of them were awesome. And then X-Men came out in 2000, and that changed the game, because it was a superhero team, and it took superheroes seriously after Warner Brothers made Batman and Robin the colossal joke example of, let's just make money, toys, and give Batman nipples. See, no one remembers. Everyone's like, Marvel hasn't fucked up yet. That's my point. One of my weird tangent points is, it's 2018, okay? It's June 1st. Deadpool 2 just came out like 2 weeks ago. Is making killer money. Deadpool 2. If you would have told me 10 years ago there would be a Deadpool movie, I would have said, you're high. Don't lie to me. Not today, Satan. Not today. The sequel just came out a couple weeks ago, okay? The sequel to Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out this summer, and I very much enjoyed Ant-Man. I didn't get to see it in the theater, but I enjoyed it when I did see it. And I'm pretty sure my friend Mark was the reason why I saw Ant-Man. Digital copy, he rented it before I came to Lac La Biche. I think. I don't know. Anyway. And then they're filming Captain Marvel. With, there's an X-Men Dark Phoenix movie coming. There's a New Mutants movie coming. Venom is getting his own movie. It's coming out in October. Okay? And we're still waiting for Man of Steel 2? We haven't got a sequel to Man of Steel? There isn't a solo Superman movie number 2 anywhere? Maybe. There's rumors the last couple weeks that, a couple people have offered or put their name in the hat to want to direct it, like Christopher McQuarrie, who was the Oscar-winning screenwriter for The Usual Suspects, who's directed the last couple Mission Impossible movies and Jack Reacher and helped write it. I mean, he's awesome. Apparently he's like, I'll work with Henry Cavill and make Man of Steel 2. And then apparently even Peter Jackson has come out and said, I'll do Man of Steel 2. So there's people that want to do it, but Time Warner Brothers, Time Warner, the idiots, why are you sitting on this? Why are you sleeping on this? Henry Cavill wants to be Superman. He looks amazing as Superman. Mostly everyone likes him as Superman. It's not his fault Zack Snyder doesn't know how to write, doesn't know how to film a movie with a story yet. And I love Zack Snyder, but now I'm getting mad at Zack Snyder because he's the reason the train on the DC track has gone astray. Even before his personal tragedy, no one was telling Zack Snyder, no, you're doing too much nerd stuff. You're doing too much inside DC stuff with your proposal for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and then Justice League Part 1 and 2 and Justice League Part 2 is never happening and all your ideas. Time Warner should have made Justice League a 2-part movie no matter what. Finished Part 1 as Zack Snyder's vision and Part 2 should have been Joss Whedon's interpretation of what the fuck Zack Snyder was trying to do. And I love Zack Snyder, but come on, people should have said no, pump the brakes. You are going off the tracks. Focus, story, single, organized. Kind of like my YouTube videos. They're all over the place. Someone should be like, read, focus, topic, one subject. It's hard to do. So, we have Deadpool 2 already, long before Man of Steel 2. We have an Ant-Man and the Wasp movie sequel. Before a Ben Affleck Batman solo movie. What the F? Seriously? Is anyone else like, how is this even possible? Venom is coming out. There might be a Venom 2 movie before we even get a solo Batman movie, the way this is going. And the way Ben Affleck, he has a bat cave in his house, and the people that he's working for are making him not want to be Batman. That would be like you offering me New York Rangers season tickets and flying me to New York from Canada, like from Lac La Biche or Edmonton, where I lived the majority of my life, and me going, no, I'm too busy. I'm a Rangers fan, even though I'm wearing a New Jersey Devil. Whatever. That'd be like, hey Reed, do you want to watch Kendra Lust? Do you want to be like Kendra Lust's foot massager? You want to apply ointment on her booty? And I'd be like, she's my favorite adult porn star of all time, but I'm busy. I'm going to watch some Star Wars movies. Ben Affleck, you're turning the guy who lives and breathes Batman to not want to be Batman. Crazy. There's Aquaman coming out this December, which early word sounds like Aquaman's going to be amazing. And Wonder Woman 2 will start filming later this year, which should be amazing because it's Patty Jenkins again, Gal Gadot. They're making the cheetah the villain, and it's should be amazing because Wonder Woman was amazing. And there's all these plans with DC that keeps changing. Originally they were going to do a Flash movie, Flashpoint, and Ben Affleck was going to be Batman in there. Who knows if that's happening? Green Lantern, like, what is going on? I just can't believe that in this world of awesome superhero movies and time we're living in, the fact that the Marvel Cinematic Universe started with Iron Man, a B-level superhero, the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America the First Avenger. Like, that's what the Marvel Cinematic Universe built itself on. They didn't have the rights to Spider-Man, they didn't have the rights to the X-Men, and they didn't have the rights to Fantastic Four. And they built the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a juggernaut without these main characters. DC has Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. They made a Green Lantern movie, and they're fucking it up. Aside from the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, what's going on? I can't defend DC anymore as much as I want to. Like, as the proud DC guy that I am, I've lost faith in whatever's happening, and I was trying to keep the faith like Bon Jovi in 1992. I was trying to do that for years, but now I'm just the Penguin as the Bat, and they want to make a Birds of Prey movie. The director of Suicide Squad, David Ayer, wants to do Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn, with Margot Robbie, and maybe cast Black Canary and the Huntress. You know, they want to do a Suicide Squad 2. Black Panther came out in February, right? It's almost made $700 million. Black Panther. Black Panther is the top grossing Marvel superhero movie of all time, and one of the biggest superhero movies ever. Black Panther. Even though people in the United States hate black people. They're racist towards black people still in 2018, but they will go see Black Panther multiple times. I don't get it. Avengers Infinity War is making all the money right now. And DC has no clue what they're doing. Just do what Marvel did. Just do what Marvel did with better heroes, and they fucked it up. That's the point of this video. I don't know what to say. I have just lost faith in DC, the DC Cinematic Universe, and until I get concrete evidence that Ben Affleck is going to stay on as Batman, or there's a plan for the Batman movie that Matt Reeves isn't going to fuck up. Suicide Squad 2 might be happening. Justice League, what happened? Fuck. Zack Snyder, what did you do? You take some of the responsibility for this, even with your personal tragedy. Why didn't someone stop him? Why couldn't Dawn of Justice be 2 movies? Why couldn't they have made Man of Steel 2, then Batman v Superman? Why did no one think that was a good idea? Ugh. Aquaman. It's all resting on Aquaman and Wonder Woman 2 right now. And the possibility of a Batman movie. And maybe a Man of Steel 2 movie for 2020. And while that's happening, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is just going to keep rolling. Making money off obscure characters. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Hello! The Guardians of the Galaxy is a more profitable movie franchise right now than Superman or Batman. Are you kidding me? Than the Justice League? The Justice League of America. The Justice League. Thanks for watching. It's almost 25 minutes. Subscribe, read, make comments. I don't know what to say. I've lost faith in the DC Cinematic Universe, and I don't know if it's ever going to come back. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Tell a like-minded pop culture Canadian nerd-like person, hey, read Dudar's channel. It's not bad. He's weird, but he's a good guy. Cheers.